Welcome into game number 6 of the Rebel season. This is the final game of the first phase, the Swiss phase of the Rebel season this season, before we go into the second group phase, which is kind of the beginning of playoffs. Like, there's a lot of people are like not sure whether to call things playoffs or like not playoffs, but the next phase feels a lot like it's similar to playoffs. The good news is we set ourselves a goal at the start of the season of finishing in the top 6 because that ensured that we went into one of the best groups for numbers of qualifying tickets. We are now guaranteed, I think, to finish in the top 6 even before we played this game because we've started strongly, so that's a really strong position to be in. The next goal is finishing in the top 4 because that would ensure a slightly better seeding, and for that I think we definitely do still need to try to get a result. Noctifer is just behind us in the standings. I don't think we've played Noctifer in both the last 2 seasons. I don't think we've beaten them either time. I think they were both draws. Very good coach on a very good looking Chaos Renegade team. They've got a block troll, a block rat ogre with Juggernaut as well, a guard ogre, guard on both the other big guys, a horns dodge Skaven. That's a nice ball chasing piece. They've got an Edge 1+ elf, very very nice with blodge. They've got a thrower, a leader. They've got a 2 heads block lineman. That's another piece to keep an eye on for possibly like chasing the ball. They've got a dirty player and they've got 1 tackle. We are missing our tree for this game, so we're looking a lot thinner than normal. Lordy's Underworld smashed us up a bit, but we've got both our amazing war dancers and our 1 turner. And we've still got our bonus mighty bow over here, so lots of potential here still. And thank you very much, Blood Bowl Nut, for the raid. I would say I hope you had a fun stream, but I caught the end of your stream and it seemed like you were having a good time on the Naggle. Phase 2, exactly, Phage. Phase 2 we can call the second stage of the Rebel season. The pre-playoffs. And thank you for the resub, Blood Bowl Nut. 28 months with the Weirdos. If you're not already following Blood Bowl Nut, do drop them a follow. Really fun streamer, doing loads of content at the moment and also trying to get to 1,000 followers, at which point he has promised a 24-hour stream, which I'm not sure if I should encourage because I'm not sure it's healthy. but he wants to do it, so 24 hours is probably fine, as long as you don't go full Mansky and do the whatever it was, like 40 hours without stopping. Mansky was a lot of fun when he was streaming, and I hope he's alright because he disappeared again very quickly. But my goodness, I was worried about him on that subathon. I'm assuming that tentacular cancer is a typo, but you never know. So, Noctifer's won the coin toss and put us on defense. This is looking an awful lot like a Dakar. Because, yeah, it's a pretty scary Renegade team. I think the Dakar's got potential against Renegades because they've got all these big guys, right? So if you drop back, reacting to you as you come forward can be tricky because of the 2+. Thanks, Shamba. I want to get my clan game scheduled in, Shamba, but my opponent hasn't replied to me. Word is Mansky got a job again. Awesome, good for Mansky. He seemed like a nice person. He sort of like appeared on the Blood Bowl scene streaming out of nowhere, and I feel like earned a lot of goodwill by just being a very like positive person, and then disappeared almost as soon as he'd appeared. But if it's for good reasons, that's great. How's your rebel going, Shamba? Last time I checked in, I feel like you were doing pretty well. Yeah, regular lime on the bench makes sense. We are going to run away. No tentacles on these renegades. They could have tentacles. That's a thing that renegades could have, but these ones don't have. The frenzy's on that side, so we probably can worry a bit less about it here. Although we probably should still set up the same way, both sides anyway. Even there. This is a pure Daka formation, right? Like, we're not even putting anyone back because we're going to move backwards to get the ball. So, yeah, this is very clearly like we're just protecting against the blitz. And then everyone's going backwards. Brilliant coaching gets us a bonus reroll, even though poor Noctifer had 2 assistant coaches. So they used their inducements for the bribe and 2 assistant coaches. But despite that, somehow we still won the kickoff event. That's a bit rude. I think we're just going to want to carry on our superstar one-turner person, but I reckon we can pick it up here and throw it to them for a greedy SPP, because why not? This is out of range for them, that ball, isn't it? I think. Where's their rat? Oh, the rat's on the bench? Interesting. So yeah, no movement 7 on the pitch here. We like that. So I kind of think I should do that first because it's got dodge skill. But if I don't do that first and it snakes, then you surf my thrower. So I think I do the thrower first. I won't throw it this turn. I'll do that next turn. Just go for the pickup. We have 5 rerolls anyway. 5 is a lot of rerolls. Okay. Yeah. We are doing our best to not play this turn. Morning, Itchy. Vanity Pass, yeah, I do want to do a Vanity Pass. I just didn't want to do it with the player still on the line. And for the reasons I just said, I didn't want to do the dodge on the line until I picked the ball up. So for that reason, I delayed the Vanity Pass by a turn. But I will definitely look to Vanity Pass this turn. Wood Elf Monk class. Not sure what that means. Gotta be a bit careful, actually. Like, maybe I even shouldn't carry on the strength 2, thinking about it. Maybe I should be carrying on a strength 3 because they have got this add 1+ elf who could dive in and get 2 dice on the ball like whenever it wants. So actually, I think I've just talked myself around to carrying on a war dancer. Have I? Kind of really want to leave the war dancers free. No, I think I'm still going to carry on the catcher. Okay, so we're going to buy ourselves at least one more turn coming back here, I think. There. Slightly mess this up. Go there. Yeah, I've slightly unbalanced it, shooting balance outside, but it's okay. Alright. Pass activation. Chuck that into you. Don't snake the catch. It's good. I don't know yet, Bloodborne. I'm gonna see. It's animal savagery fail hits the orc. Yeah, I'm just getting to the end of the season and seeing like this is season 3. Rebel has been running regular redraft rules, which means that players who've been there since season 1, which is the 2 war dancers and the catcher, will be paying 60k redraft fees this season. So it is going to get harder to keep the team. I've also been extremely lucky that those 3 players have lived since the first season. So I'm very much just planning to play the team out, play the season out, and then see how I feel about it at the end of the season. Like, I might redraft because I want to do something different. I might redraft because the team's been ruined, or I might say, hey, we're still having fun. Ogre comes in for a rush, fails it, and stuns itself. Absolutely amazing for us. That has definitely reduced pressure on us. They now have an unsupported troll up here who we could hit. Do we want to hit them? Could we surf this? 1, 2, no, we can't surf it. It's always worth asking yourself the question though, isn't it? I think we probably do hit it. Either a 1 dice or the Dauntless. Okay, it's a 1 dice. Fine. Probably should have just made that a 2 dice, but I didn't. We could sneaky get Stomp here, but with it being stunned, I think I probably don't want to. The stun on that was what made it so, like, good, really. I'm going to leave this cat just somewhere where it's, like, a little bit tempting to blitz, but, like, would force you to take that troll, like, way off to the side. Little bit greedy doing that as a Dauntless, kind of punished in that I had to spend a reroll and didn't get the knockdown. Stream keeps crashing. Is the stream crashing for anyone else? Comes after the sneaky kit. Gets the knockdown, but no arm break. It's okay. Fine for you? Okay. Sorry, Jeeks. Sounds like it is just your stream for this one. So they've run the Dark Elf back. Like, this is a big threat on the board with us being strength 2. Like, I think Noctifer knows it, right? Like, Noctifer knows that this is a piece that I should be worried about. But I'm not hating the position for us here because especially with, I think this stun really, like, messed them up a bit, like, because now we're going to have an option to move up into a middle space with not a full defense in front of us, and the troll might be able to catch us up. The ogre being down on the floor is going to have a hard time, I think, catching us up for a while. Would very much like to mighty blow that. Is that silly? No, I think with movement 9 we can get away with it. But we do want to, like, make sure we've got enough to move up, because I do want to move up this turn. And try to leave these lamps behind. Making a double layer between the ball and the players in front. Let's hit that tackle. Block is good skill. dear. It's a little bit uneven, but Trolley's not fast enough to run around and hit that, so... Just had to think at the end there about like making sure that wasn't just a free hit with the big guys, because I'm pretty sure Noctua would have taken a free hit on that. I would have if I was in their position. So like having an extra thing to protect that isn't just the ball that turn. Just going after sneaky kick again. Fair enough. The sneaky kick's brand new. Like I wasn't sure whether to do it or not, but I felt like we're at the point in team development where it might be good to have that option. And yeah, if nothing else, it seems to be doing a good job of making itself a target. It seems to be the one that is going to be getting punched a lot. I like the cosmetics on Noctua's team. They put a lot of the fun stuff on. Gonna sneeze. Mute myself while I sneeze. Okay, so space is over here. Looks pretty clear. That's where we're going to want to come. I'd love to hit this with Mighty Blow, but I think I'm going to be cautious and not risk the snake and do it with the Juggernaut instead. Get 2 hits on it. So that into that. Move the ball now. No, I think I'm doing the blitz first. I might move past the current blitz location. The ball's reasonably safe where it is. Good. Now we could get up to like that. Maybe we aren't moving up. Problem is just I don't want to get based by the rat ogre, but that might be a thing we can't avoid. The ball goes like there, I guess we probably can. We're going to have to roll some dodges. That is off tackle. So let's do this one first. That was important. We're not going to be able to protect that this turn, I think. If they're going to, I think if they want to hit the wall dance this turn, they're going to. That gives us an option of just like handing off there if we decide we don't want to dodge off a rat ogre at some point. Like instinctively I wanted to put this here, but the problem is if you put this there, then the rat ogre can use that as the player to blitz onto and get onto the ball, and didn't want to give the rat ogre like a free path onto the ball. Could go for the leader here. I'm not sure if I've used the leader or not because I've spent a reroll, but did it use the kickoff one or did it use the leader one? Because it chooses for you, right? It looks like we didn't use the leader one, which is annoying, so we haven't used our leader yet. So if they remove the leader, that could cost the leader. Like, in some ways that makes sense, like, because the reroll you get from a kickoff is only for the drive, whereas leader is, in theory, for the half. So, like, I can see, like, sometimes you would want to use the one from the kickoff before the leader. But I feel like the game should give you the choice. Like, yeah, like, I think the game should, like, let you choose. Would be better. So they are not going in for the ball. They're sending the Roger after this lineman at the top. And just getting pushes. Unlucky for Noctifer. Very nice for us. Where is that agile elf? I need to keep an eye on you at all times. Shredder. Yeah, I really like the Noctifer's models. Gone with like proper like dark colours, all the black, but I don't know, like the skulls on their shoulders. They look good. They look good. Hey, Scriptum. Where are the goblins? I know, goblins. Sometimes we don't play goblins. Sad times when we're not playing goblins. Right. Could definitely serve this. But need to make sure I'm keeping enough players free to move the ball forward. And in fact, in many ways, I think going inside here makes more sense than going to the sideline. So we're probably not going to serve it. Sad not surfing noises. That's just, well, we're definitely not going to because you're out of power. But yeah, I think we want to take the space in the middle. Seems more valuable to us at this point of the drive, I think. Gets us away from these big guys more as well. Okay. So we can get a long way. And we could screen like there. We do need to make at least one dodge here. Close the back of that. That's 2 dodges. Could probably settle for 1 on that and do some other stuff after. This is off tackle. So their easiest way in is this, just straight in there. So actually I think maybe that even just goes into that square. Just realised we have this player back here that I'd forgotten about, so let's move you now. Because I had forgotten about you. Gonna have to hang the leader out this turn, which I do not love, but I think probably we just have to do. Are we just sacrificing Pavement? Keeps the Roger from coming over. I might actually. That makes this feel a little bit less awful as well. Yeah, I think we just let them have Pavement. It's alignment with Dauntless. Like if that dies, it's not the end of our world, and it means the Roger's not going to come mess with our cage for probably the rest of this drive. So, was there any thoughts to my suggestion of training a baby dancer this season for a decent one next season, reducing cost? Like, you definitely could. Do that, Dukes. I think if I was going to do that, I probably should have just not redrafted one of them because I could have done it from the start of the season. Like if there was like a more like long-term thinking, but my thinking is just keep the team going as long as I can and keep trying to make it ready to win in playoffs as long as it can, and keeping it for this season gave me the best chance to do that. So, but yeah, like if I'd wanted to, I suppose, yeah, what you're suggesting I could have done like at the could have done that in the redraft phase, for sure. For sure. So yeah, gonna blitz the leader. Makes sense. Would have loved to not hang out. I've got too many valuable players. It's hard not to hang out with something valuable. Could foul it as well. They've got a bench. They've got the dirty player. They've got a bribe. They probably should foul something. Haven't done any fouls yet, so yeah, they are fouling. Just a KO. I can live with that. I can live with a KO. It doesn't block on the Aurora so I can take the bow down there. Fine, so we just need to stall out one more turn. So first of all, normally I'd say go to the stall square, but we have sidestep, so our stall square can be there. That's fine. Could we make a full box around this actually if we go there? Make it like completely unhittable. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we definitely can, can't we? They don't have any leap. They don't have any leap, so I think this is all okay. It's a rush, didn't realize. Oh, random Kaz on the orc is nice. Good job, Mighty Boat. So this can get a catcher served, but it means they can't hit the ball. Which is the trade I'm willing to take. Most important thing for us is to score. And we can try to protect the catcher with our next stage. Just roll twos. Always good plans. I think I'd bin them off for Necro next season. I think Rebel has a Necro and Orc problem at the moment. It has too many actually bubble, and that's a thing that, to be fair, not Big O. That's one of the amazing things about Big O. Big O actually has pretty good diversity of races, but yeah, G-Man has been like all Orcs and Necro, so I think the admins would definitely prefer that no one is re-rolling to more Necro. You're playing Orcs next season, yeah. That seems to be the popular choice. Which is funny, given that the last Super Bowl was Skaven against Wood Elves, but no one's brave enough to play Elves. Roger comes after catcher. 3 dice into 3 dice. Dodge. Hey Rock, yeah, they're pretty good war dancers. Doesn't get us again. The Rat Ogre's been pretty unlucky so far. Puts the reroll in, gets a lone on one. I understand going for it because they definitely want to get some attrition. The only thing is that reroll could help you score the 110 because they have still got a 110, right? They've got a goblin, so I think they probably should have kept that reroll, but. I think what's extra funny about Big O is the only Orc team is Seb, who's European, and now Blood Bowl Nut's going to come in and be another European doing it. It's all the Europeans ruining everything. Reroll into gobs. If I did reroll, it might be to goblins. It really might. You know I love my goblins, so I never need my arm twisting to play them. Okay, no remove on the foul. That's good. How greedy are we? Because I'd really love to score on this Mighty Blower, but a snake would be pretty bad. That said, I have said I could even lose this game and it's not a disaster. Gets the KO. I think we have enough assists to punch this Rat Ogre, even with a strength 2 player. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need one more. Fine. Okay, now please don't snake. Don't snake. Didn't snake. Oh my god. That was a stressful one. Ooh, that was scary. Oh yeah, it's True Fires. They miss Coke Guy, who's not European, and is like literally like the best of the orcs in Rebel, right? Played in the Super Bowl first season and went to the semi-final last season. So yeah, how did we miss off Coke Guy, the top orc in Rebel? Who goes on the line here? Who goes on the line here? I guess it's the baby catcher. It feels pretty awful, but yeah, I think Bobblebox is probably the one. Wait, no, Dauntless Lyman. What am I talking about? I missed you. Definitely you. Okay. So our leader has stayed out in the first KO roll, so we could be without the leader in the second half. We will see. If you were rerolled to gobs, what naming schemes would you go for? Let me wake up my brain with puns. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I think I know what we did last time. So the last time we played Goblins in Rebel, back in the Blood Bowl 2 days, it was after our previous version of the MisspelledTrees died in the Super Bowl. They lost and got murderized. And because our favourite player in that run was Matey, we called the team a Requiem for Matey. And then like all of our player names were just different like slang words for friend. So like the whole team was just different words for friend, which was quite a fun theme. Yeah, Excess was Orcs last season. He's rerolled to Elves. He saw the light. Frostpaw, why manual dodge choice for reroll choice? So like manual dodge choice is mostly for when you get hit, because when I get hit, I want to be able to choose whether or not to dodge, because sometimes people are trying to push you for a chain push, and I might want to say I don't want to stay on my feet, or like they might be doing that for trying to surf you as well. With surfing, it tends to trigger anyway. I have to admit, like, I find it a bit weird that it then, like, because you set it to manual for that, it then, like, asks you every time you dodge on a regular dodge as well, when, like, normally you don't really need to be asked that question. But I guess, like, they've set this scale to manual for, like, everything. There's no way of setting it to just so it's only manual when you're being hit rather than when you're, like, actively dodging. Good kick for them, and a short kick as well. So, sorry, high kick. So, nice odds of making this, of giving yourself a try at this one turn. I'm guessing we block with the troll to clear this lineman, and then throw with the ogre, because the ogre has one fewer roll to make when it's doing the throw. It doesn't risk eating your teammate. Just a stun. So yeah, they have got the second reroll. I said they only had one reroll, but of course they had the leader reroll as well. So yeah, 2 rerolls. Pretty decent chance here, you know, with that kick. Obviously going to hand off to the Goblin, which is, I think there's a 2+ for animosity, then a 3+. And the Ogre has to roll a 2+ not to go stupid. And I think it's only like a 3+ it needs to get to launch, because hasn't got strong arm, does it? So a 2+ would be wildly inaccurate. And then like the landing and everything depends where it is. Burns the double skull. Professional Blood Bowl player right there. Getting rid of that double skull before they throw the dice that matter. But good job by Greed Tea not dying. So it does make the handoff. This is all looking pretty likely now. Get to throw from a square forward. Not stupid. That's a big one. That's a big one. And because you're throwing from a square forward, even the scatters aren't so scary as they could be if you're throwing further back. That's good enough. 3+. Launches. Tough landing in a tackle zone, so that's a 5+. Doesn't make it. Unlucky. Unlucky. But that's why we set it up like this, so you've got the 2 layers of places where they can land in a tackle zone. Well, that was close. It was close for Noctifer. We do get our KO back. So, realistically, they're going to carry on the elf. I think we have 3 catches, so I think we do bench the 1-turner to be safe for trying to do a 1-turn. Doesn't mean we've got to field the thrower, but I think that's the right way to do it. 3 big guys. Do we stack them all to one side? I think we probably do, rather than spreading out. And then I think, even though it's going to mean risking some players we don't particularly want to risk, I think we go as wide as we can. See if there's any opportunity to get an advantage here at the start of the drive with our positioning. So, good first half, but I will say previous experience with Noctifer is, I mean, I say with Noctifer, what I mean really is playing against Renegades is I think the offensive portion is often the bit you feel better about in this matchup. The defense is hard because Renegades can just wipe you off the pitch, especially with like a dirty player and a bribe as well, and with no tree for us to soak up some of that damage on the line. Definitely the defense is tough. The good news, again, we didn't need to win this game. Even a loss wouldn't have knocked us out of the top 6, which was crucial. We would like to get top 4 if we can. I think even a draw is probably pretty good for us in the top 4 push, but a win would make it certain because we started the round in 2nd place. So a win would, I think, mean we can't go below 2nd. Obviously, we always want to win. So, like, that's always on the agenda. But just, like, knowing that stuff, like, will affect how we play, right? Like, if it was must win, then we obviously play, like, full aggression. Whereas knowing that we don't need to win, you maybe make some decisions that are about, like, keeping players safe for the next phase as well. Because the next phase is going to be a 3-game groups. And having key players missing for game 1 could be really, really important. So another high kick. They went after it with the elf, but didn't catch it. Which is surprising when they've got Edge 1+. Must have been a 1 they rolled. Guessing the rogue is going to come after this catcher. Have got block and they have got removal. Always go full aggro every game. That's why I like playoffs though. Like when I get to playoffs, it's like nothing else matters, right? Like once you're in playoffs, it's either you win or you don't. So you just got to go for it. Oh, 1 on the Rogue who can no longer hit an Orc because the Orc is on the sideline. Hits the tackle. Doesn't hurt it, sadly for us. It would have been a nice one to remove that tackle. Gets the pals on Bubba Box. Be safe, Bubba Box. Don't die. Okay. Down 2 players on turn 1. And we've still got a mighty blow hit and a foul to come. This is exactly what I mean against Renegades. Like, they can just clean you up off the pitch. The other good thing is, like, even if we lose this drive, we have the 1 turn chance. But yeah, we might end up doing quite a passive defence here, I'm afraid to say, because I am definitely playing with one eye on the next phase, and I don't want to start it with MNGs on these players. We'll see. We'll see what the game offers us. Doing some rushes to show up position there.
Do you miss the old days playing in the NAF?
Ogre doesn't get a knockdown, that's good. They aren't fouling with the dirty player because it's still there. They could just foul with someone else, but they might not now. Yeah, showing that up. Okay. I think we're still going to commit to that, though. Oh, interesting. Okay. That might make it easier for me, actually. Does do the foul. Doesn't get it. Okay. So now, I reckon the plan is punch the attacker with Mighty Blow, and then we'll throw a Dauntless Blitz on the Rat Ogre. No knockdown there, sad. But I reckon we take the Dauntless try. Am I greedy enough to put a second reroll into this? It's so nice hitting Mighty Blow on the lowest armor of the big guys, but it really does give me not a lot left for the rest of the drive. Greed. Greed. Didn't even break armor. Not worth. Oh well. Could do the foul from here.
I choose violence.
So that's only a +1. I think we probably don't. It's like a little tempting. If it was +2, I think I'd definitely do it. So we're looking for like an 8+. I think it's a no. I think it's a no. So now we have to be super conservative with our rerolls for the rest of the half because I want to keep something for the 1 turn. We did our greedy thing, and now the rest of the half. We can't.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
We do have Sure Feet on our 1 turner now, don't we? So that's at least one fewer thing that needs rerolls. Well, you could still need it, but you're less likely to need the rerolls for it. So I doubled this up here so you've got at least a little bit of like a decision here with the Roger, right? Because if I didn't do that, they could just go straight into that. Whereas now they're going to go, do you take the blitz here on the wrestle? They have got Juggernaut. I didn't think about that. The Juggernaut means the wrestle can be cancelled. But yeah, potentially leaves you based on here. And it's not as easy to get 3 dice on that one. It's tough against Renegades, like, because we've got like a really nice surfing piece here, but they still own the sidelines, right? Because this is better. This is a better surfing piece than our surfing piece. Our surfing piece is pretty good. Their one, very, very good. I mean, better's relative, I guess. Like this one, our one is more flexible because it's a wall answer, but their one is stronger. So it's definitely a rat ogre blitz. Which is the target? Yeah, they are going after the wrestle. Gets push on the first hit. Where are you going? Going out. Oh, they can juggernaut it. Yeah, juggernaut. Dang it. Good skill, juggernaut. Good skill. There is a slight possibility we can surf this now. And I am going to look at it. So, yeah. The problem is I think it's like going to lean heavily on some uphills. Foul comes in on this one. Just as done. That makes the surf harder. Does it? No, it might make it easier. Might make it easier, actually. Like, it pretty much is just like, can we get a push on this first hit, right? Like, if we can get a push here. Then we can definitely surf it. But it is taking an uphill to start the thing. Feels a little bad. Got another uphill on here. If I push you here... Yeah, that's the easiest one, isn't it? Then we push that there. Stay. This is going to go... It's uphill into uphill. It's uphill into uphill to try and surf this without juggernaut. This is absolutely stupid, isn't it? Why am I doing this? Tree, I won't go full aggro. Then seconds later, tree. Okay, but what if I could surf a rat ogre? They might take the knockdown here. Yeah, they will, to not get served. Oh my god, served anyway. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Instant Apo, so that's coming back. That's gone well, hasn't it? And there's the one. There's the one. Yeah, very happy to have that off the pitch. We dodging here or are we keeping going with the uphills? Probably should be a dodge, shouldn't it? And now the sidelines look a lot scarier for them and a lot less scary for us. And they've lost their blitz there because they rolled a 1. That's the great thing with the Roger, right? Like, you can't lose your blitzes. Because if you roll a 1, you can just hit a teammate and still get the blitz. So, yeah, really nice to have that Roger off the pitch. I find Rogers a real handful for Wood Elves. I think they're just a very good piece at specifically getting after Wood Elves, because you're multiplying your hits with Frenzy on the low armor. Fouls for a stun and gets caught. I've got the bribe, argue the call first. Problem is I can serve them now. Oh, they rolled the 1 anyway. Oh, geez. Okay, wow. Dice are unraveling for Noctifer here. That's what normally happens to me when I foul. Someone else got the MisspelledTree fouling experience. In some ways, that's quite satisfying because that happens to me all the time. But also, I do feel quite bad for Noctifer here. I think now we're just punching and staying in front. Like, they haven't got the frenzy, which makes this much less scary. That Troll is stupid, so we can take that on a 2 dice. Like that, maybe. Like that. That seems pretty solid. Like, if they want to force their way this way, I think we'll have fun surfing some more pieces. Hey, Dr. Puglisi. Troll does blitz this time. It's got blocks, so it gets knocked out. So what's the number situation? We are on 9. They are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 on 9. Even after those 2 good turns, it's still 9 on 9. And they have still got 2 big mighty bow boys with string 5. And they still have a ball carrier who's edge 1+. So we're not home and dry here by any stretch. Going to get the big guys out in front. I mean, like, yeah, the Roger being off like really changes the way that they have to play, right? Like, I think with the Roger on, it's like very much like the Renegades mindset is very much like all aggression, get in their faces. Whereas I wonder now if you've got to be like a little bit more cautious with it. Spreading out, I think, is wise. I think they need to give themselves the option of coming this way. I do think I need to get sidestep on these war dancers. I think that's the one thing my team is missing, is some good sidestep. We can make a T shape here if we wanted to do some chain pushing though, because that's down there. Feels like there's got to be a chain pushing here somewhere. I'm not sure if we're going to be taking it anyway. If we punch that, it'll be 1 dice at best. Guard's doing good work here. Noctifer's a good coach, by the way. Like, Noctifer positions really well. Like, I think Noctifer's been pretty unlucky in this game, but having played Noctifer both the last 2 seasons and previous to that too, like, definitely a good coach. Yeah, we could ask the Dauntless to make this a 2 dice again, I guess. Maybe that's the way to do it. Maybe that is the way to do it. Have to live with it if it's a 1 dice. We have failed 3 out of 3 Dauntless rolls. I'm just trying to stop them from having the free movement forward, but I wonder if there was a different way of playing that. Because it doesn't feel like that was great. Okay, yeah. Yeah, not a great turn for me, I think. Not a great turn. Obviously, like, it would look better if we make our Dauntless and power the troll, but... Nice buffalo net. Looks good. So we are now down a player again. And this is, I think, a big turn because they have got this base position here. They've got our war dancers on the front line. They've definitely got some opportunities this turn. Troll stupid is great. There's a guard there. Are they a 4+ or a 3+ loner on this team? 4+, aren't they? So it's goblins get them as a 3+ loner. Do Black Orcs get them as a 3+ loner as well? That's quite close to another level, isn't it? 16 SVP. I wonder if they're saving for pro. Okay, so using that guard to punch through here, the blocks, they get the knockdown. They kind of wanted a power though, because now they haven't got a gap. Like, the knockdown obviously is good, but yeah. Oh, they're just going to do the dodges. Okay, and now they get 2 dice here as well, and they can open a gap that way. No power, lucky for us. Slightly more aggressive turn from Noctifer, and probably like about the point where they need to do it. But yeah, that 3+ dodge was a risk. It's still not like a clean path through. I mean, the ball carrier can just go through, right? Because it's got edge 1+ and dodge. It's more about if you go through, you can end up leaving the ball not safe. Because I think this is now a slightly tricky place to protect the ball. And we're leaving the ball base then, so at the very least we've got a 1 dice on the ball. But it would be a 1 dice without a tackle or anything. So it's like a 1 dice asking for a 6 if we just do that one from the floor. There's no fun chain push from there. Is a chain push from here. The guard's still in the way, then maybe we could deal with the guard after. 1 dice, but maybe I shouldn't have done that. No, I've only got 1 reroll left for the 110. Maybe I shouldn't have been so quick on that reroll. Saving our powers up for using them in a second. So you stand up now. The guard is still playing, but we can make this immediately a 1 dice. And then if we get the push, that would make it a 2 dice in the second hit. Okay, we did not get the knockdown. We did not get the knockdown, but we have made a mess for them, right? Like, so they've got things to do now. I thought that was like a nice idea though, right? Like it didn't quite work out. If we'd rolled better, like if we rolled a couple of powers in there, I think that could have been 2 into 2 if we knocked that one down. Like, I don't know. I feel like that was a cute play. Maybe there was a better way of doing it. Maybe there was a better way of doing it. The problem with that play was that even if it worked, we didn't have recovery at the end of it. But it's kind of hard to have recovery when you're down players a bit. Slater, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome in. It was so nice to see you in the Discord earlier, saying about enjoying the Goblin content and feeling like you're getting better watching it as well. That's awesome. It's been a weird game. Like I feel like a lot of my blocking dice haven't been that great, but also they were amazing when I needed them to be to get rid of the rat ogre. Like, and I feel like their injury dice have been quite bad. Like they have got 3 off, but I think they could easily have more off, and they obviously got very unlucky on their bribe. I think overall they've definitely had the wrong end of the dice. But I do feel like I've rolled a lot of 1s on the Dauntless and then skulls on the 1 dice blocks. So it's been a bit like, yeah, weird. Which movie is the subscribe clip from? It's from a movie called The Craft, which was like, it's so old and like completely dates me, but it was like one of my favorite movies when I was, I don't know, a teenager. I really like don't know why like I picked it when I was setting up this Twitch. I think I like had seen a patch with it on in a shop and I was just like, yeah, anyone who's subscribing to my channel, definitely a weirdo. Shush, Blood Bowl Nut. You're older than me, so you're not allowed to make jokes about how old I am. Truly ancient to be older than me. Actually, I don't know if you are. I think we're similar. I don't know why I thought you were. Andy's older than me. I know Andy's older than me. So wrestle. Oh, I've just blocked my own way out. Whoops. Should have done that first. Oh well. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Dodge skill. Oh, no dodge skill. I think they're going to score here now, unfortunately. I think they're going to get their turn 16 saw. So we'll have 1 reroll left for the 110. We'll have 1 reroll left for the 110. Rerolls on the tackle hit. Doesn't get us. Hasn't anyone ever told people not to ask a woman their age? What is this attempt to get me to tell people my exact age? We are similar, Blood Bowl Nut. And I'm not saying my exact age on stream. I'm 29. Like everyone who's ever played Blood Bowl, I'm 29 years old. Exactly. Shamba's got it. She's clearly 22. Exactly. Definitely 22. Oh, to be 29 again. I don't know if I'd really like to be in my 20s again. I don't know. Being young sounds exhausting. Being older than being young is also exhausting sometimes because things hurt that didn't used to hurt. But being young and worrying as much about what other people think as I used to, that sounds exhausting. Good. Good. Problem is, like, none of this is good enough because that's edge 1+ and will go exactly where it wants even if they don't do a blitz. Like, they can blitz, so it's not good enough anyway. But it's edge 1+ and will go wherever it wants. It's got to do a rush at least. But one, I would like to be 31 again. It's exhausting, but you have more energy. I'd like to have a redo at my 20s with my, like, okay, what are your 2 key life lessons? I would like to hear Shamba's life lessons, please. Share with the class 2 key life lessons. Ooh, rolls a 1 on the blitz. Bit of a greedy blitz. Because you could just block through here and score. Do they know it's turn 16? I feel like this is not a turn 16 play. You could have just taken a 2 dice blitz on this one and gone through. I mean, you can still do it because you got edge 1+. Yeah, just do it because you got edge 1+. Don't roll the ones. That is a good lesson. That is a good lesson. Keep some friends closer. Oh, I mean, like, make sensible investment choices. God, yes. Do I wish I could go back and put some money in things that would make some money? Yes, I do. That's a different conversation. So we're back to 10 players. We've got the leader thrower and we've got the one turner. So we've at least got a shot at this. Tree's lesson, don't roll ones. That's a good lesson as well. So they thought about the back line and are now thinking about something different. Yeah, what Egg said, big time. Can the backline stop a Wood Elf team? It can. Like the way they had it set up before, I was probably going to end up having to do a 4+ dodge, because I've only got one reroll. I probably was still going to go with the catcher rather than the water answer, so I'd have to do a 4+ dodge. So this way will only be 3+ dodges, which sounds a bit better. But this will give me a different set of challenges. Like everything has its ups and downs. It's a very specific wish, Bloodborne. It's very specific. Okay, so the nice thing about this setup from my point of view is I can now do the funky I've got Frenzy and Movement 9 1 turn and Movement 9 Sprint 1 turn, which the best part of that is if I get a quick snap, I can actually take advantage of it. So if I get a quick snap, I'm just in range. But yeah, so the plan here is all I need to do is fill these 3 squares in front, tag that, blitz with Frenzy, and then we go push and then chain push into here and it'll push that up. So this is, I think, not a great setup against my specific team and the things that I have. High kick is nice. Okay. Guess we do the pass first now. It's all on 2s. Okay. And we're going to go player in here. Player in here. Player in here. Our assist in here. So that brings us a push down here. Second push gets us the 1 square we need. Get the push. Get the second push. And just like that, because our team is disgusting, we're already in range. We could get ourselves another push here if we dodge that round to there. Dodge that round to there. That's probably correct to do it. As long as there's not a rush. Because we're using all built-in rerolls. We're going to have to do the rushes anyway with the catcher. So yeah, I think this is correct. Okay, no snake. Oh, this doesn't work, does it? This actually doesn't get us a push. Because we push into that. Yeah, it doesn't work. My bad. My bad. I thought that was going to give us an extra push and it wasn't. So that was just mistakes. Extra dice I've rolled for no reason. So we've immediately popped our dodge. What are we up to? So we've failed our first rush but used sure feet. We popped dodge on the first dodge. Made it. So now we're doing the next dodge. Makes it. Disgusting 110. Absolutely filthy 110. I think they were better off doing the back line. But yeah, it's pretty hard to stop. They obviously did do some back line, but yeah, doing that player on there just, well, I don't know. It wasn't like it was going to be hard to get the pushes otherwise. So yeah, it's pretty hard to stop. But like the back line at least forces me to do a 4+ dodge. So yeah, say a quick thanks to the game for Noctifer and sorry for the 110 BS. So another win for the Misspelled Tees. That was a pretty filthy one. Won't change here until Noctifer validates, but that will put us into top spot for now. Lordykins yet to play, so we may end up dropping back to second place. Lordykins has got brutal map, but we now can't finish lower than second. So we are guaranteed in the top pot for the next stage of Rebel. So what happens from here is the teams are divided into pots of 4 mostly. Well, there's 3 pots of 4 that the top 12 teams I think go into, and 2 of those pots have 2 qualifying groups, which we've guaranteed ourselves falling into one of those by going there. We will be going in as a top seed, and I think our group will feature one other of the top 4. So we'll have one of these 3 teams in with us, and then we'll get 2 teams from lower down, and we'll have 2 playoff qualifying spots from there. Like, it's a bit of a confusing system to explain. It's a lot easier to look at when you have like a spreadsheet and you can just not a spreadsheet, just like a, I don't know, like a, when it was shown to me as like a series of pictures, it all made a lot of sense, but it's quite hard to explain with just words. But yeah, effectively, we're going to go into a group of 4. And because we finish near the top, we will get advantage seeding, which means that our group of 4 will have 2 playoff tickets. And it will only be one other team from the top 4 with us. And then there'll be some teams from lower down. I don't know how much lower down. I think we get 1 from around here and 1 from around here. So yeah, we've given ourselves as good a chance as we can have. And I think the most important thing on top of that is just that we got through that game without any MNGs. So again, we're waiting for Noctifer to validate, but we'll get our tree back. We'll be able to go to 14 players. I may end up firing someone because 14's probably too many. But we'll look at what we've got in our group when we get to it. We will also look at our SPP before that. I did get the touchdown on GFI Ingenuity, which I think means we can now give them dodge, which I've been really wanting, because I have found since we randomed Mighty Blow on this one, they're just like very much a target. So putting dodge on that, more blodge on the team, always good, but just makes it a bit more sturdy. Very, very nice random to hit the Mighty Blow on that. Means our team is like actually like pretty punchy, like we're a Wood Elf team with 3 Mighty Blow. So yeah, all looking very, very strong for the Misspelled Tree's return. Very good first part of the season. Do feel a little bit bad for Noctifer today. I think Noctifer deserved a draw out of that. But dice are dice, and today they were on our side. So yeah, if you're still enjoying the Rebel run, the Super Bowl champs, carry on for another round, leading the way. Do hit that like and subscribe.